Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, Bill Cosby plans to do town hall meetings on sexual assault, and I want to take a few minutes to talk about this issue briefly. A couple of days ago, I read an article in Vox entitled, I Believe Bill Cosby, and I'm going to read some excerpts from this article. So, here's what the article said, and this article is written by Laura McGann. And this is what she says. She says, Bill Cosby, let me say this. I believe you. I believe you when you say in a 2005 deposition that yes, you give women quaaludes. I believe you when you say you knew it was illegal to get the prescriptions. I also believe that the gynecologist who gave them to you knew you really shouldn't be his patient in the first place. I believe you when you describe your version of what consent means, one that isn't so much based on yes. I don't hear her say anything you said during the deposition describing your encounter with the plaintiff. I don't feel her say anything, so I continue and I go into that area between permission and rejection. I am not stopped. I believe you when you say you've done this many, many times, giving young, slim women strong sedatives before these encounters. I believe you when you say you first started to think the idea of drugging and sexually assaulting women was funny when you were 13 years old. You heard about a mythical drug, Spanish fly, that could make women do things they didn't want to do. I believe you when you said decades later that you still thought it was funny, so funny that you included it in your comedy routine. Go to a party and see five girls standing alone, boy. If I had a whole jug of Spanish fly, I'll light that corner up over there. Ha ha, you joked in 1969 about your younger days, and you made the same joke for years and years after. So I'll include a link to that article in the description box so that you all can check it out for yourself. It goes on further about the 35 women who accused him in an article written in the New York Magazine, an article that I read a few months ago. Um, so I'll just leave that link. But I just think that it is crazy that you have a man who is accused of sexually assaulting, violating dozens of women, actually having the audacity to do a tour where he's talking to people about sexual assault. I think that that is insane. And I think that the fact that so many of our people blindly support this man because they love the Cosby Show, blindly support this man because they believe that there's some conspiracy against this guy based on the fact that he tried to purchase NBC way, way back in the early 90s. I mean, I think that it is absurd. I think that it is ridiculous that this man wasn't convicted yet, and a lot of people view this, this mistrial as some kind of vindication. It's not a vindication. He was not found to be exonerated or anything. He wasn't found to be not guilty. The fact of the matter is, he's going to be retried. And according to some reports that I read, only like two of the jurors were holding out. And there are some various other accounts. Some people are saying more than that. But if that story is true, that only two people held out, that just strengthens, the arguments that have been raised against this guy. And I don't care how many movies he's done. I don't care how many television shows he's done. That doesn't mean that he is innocent just by virtue of doing some positive shows and giving some donations to some institutions. I mean, many people probably thought that he was some clean cut guy that was loyal to his wife and all this and that. But apparently, that's obviously not the case. So we have to make a distinction between the TV image the PR image and the real person. So I just had to get this off my chest because I just think that it is outrageous that you had this guy who's accused of multiple sexual assaults actually trying to lecture people about sexual assault. I mean, that would be like George Zimmerman giving lectures about racial tolerance. That's what it would be like. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.